really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets calls. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold. Yep. Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of know, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It would
I'm
be a
already
quit.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes!
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record, that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so Mad Dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the honor. Let's see what happens.
All right, and ready for
I would
the-
fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning end.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR gift.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool
Filthy
because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
you're not muted.
Yeah, I'm live.
Oh,
You were
there it
live
is.
a couple seconds before me. I was shooting the shit
Oh,
and
my
cracking
bad.
jokes and wasn't ready to go live. So yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. What's up, guys? Poker Coaching Study Stream, Toe Army, Sixes Mafia. Good morning. We are excited to be here, and it's fucking game time. Everybody, let's get better and get ready for fucking the Sunday majors.
Yes.
You want to kick it off with the spill?
Sure. So let's
we were
book
cracking
aside.
shit
We're,
before.
I don't know. Like it's gonna be good content today, but yeah, a little bit off the intro game here. Sorry, guys. It's Saturday. It's early. Welcome to the Poker Coaching Study Session stream, where you can get better and win prizes all at the same time. Exclamation point PC in my chat. Exclamation point PC in Six's chat, where you get a link to sign up for free to pokercoaching.com. It's Jonathan Little's poker coaching site. He's got a shitload of coaches on there. It's got content for me and Sixes and Acevedo and Matt Affleck and Tristan Wade and Lexa Gavin and Jonathan Jaffe and Faraj Jaka and Giraffe Ganger and all these fucking crazy people.
Just
He's got them there for you. Sign up for free. You get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, and some homework assignments. There are webinars every week. Hey, speak of the devil, there he is. What up, Matt? How you doing, man? Early 10 a.m. session. What the hell? Cool. That's what's going on, guys. If you want to see any of the ones we've done in the past with the illustrious Matt Affleck himself and some other great guests like Jesse Sylvia, Greg Raymer, we had Faraz Jaka, we've had Lappy, we've had Ben on Drew, we've had, anyone in the stream streets, anyone for who's fucking anyone, goddammit, has been on this stream. Check out the YouTube channel, YouTube in the chat, and you can check those out as well. I think, how'd I do?
Crushed it. Nailed it.
Right?
A game.
Yep. A game.
Bring
guys,
the A game.
Also, if you're new to the stream, this is how this works. I'm going to draw a random winner for my stream. Six is going to draw a random winner for his stream. And to be in the running right now, type poker coaching.
Poker coaching.
Poker coaching in the chat, and you will be entered to my mic volume low. I will try and fix that for you.
Let me turn it up. Is it low on my end? I'll turn it up a little. What up, Stinky? Ohio's finest. What up, boys?
Is it low for everybody? Let me know if it's low for everybody. If it just beats being shitty, needs to turn up the volume on his
there it is.
on his headphones. Anyways, we will draw one winner from my stream. We'll draw one winner from Six's stream. You guys will compete against each other. Oh, it is low for some of you guys, huh? For $5. Let us know what you would do. Be a little quick about it. And tag us at Crazy6s at GodsBigToe. And let us know what you would do. We'll see what the crowd would do. We'll say what we would do, and then we'll see what the video would do. Sorry, guys, I'm distracted because you told me my mic was all fucked up. No.
No, I turned you up on my end a little bit. The millionaire with the 45 months. Yeah. 45 months. Damn. That's a long ass time. Thank you, my dude.
45 months is a long time.
Why isn't it allowing people in for the role? Oh, because I'm on globals. Keck W.
So if you want to be on the drawing
for stream,
go to Global Poker Live on Twitch. Their chat.
No. I fucked up. Do it again, guys. My bad.
You should just open it.
Yeah, God. I should just leave it open. It's open.
Let me know if that's better for the
Type in chat. Type in chat. You are entered if you just type in chat anything. I think
my volume's up all the way. I think it is.
This shit's broken, bruh.
Anyway. It's better
There we
now.
go.
Oh, cool.
No, there we go.
I literally did nothing. So
all right, cool. Sorry, that's a slight shit show on my end. What else is new? We'll pick a quiz. It's now entering people, so go ahead.
I just went to 1373, assuming we're doing.
I'm a C+ streamer, Arlie. Come on, you know this. B- poker, C+ streams.
You know, nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's
we can only
fucking high. You know what's funny is like I've been doing this for what 4.5 some odd
thank you,
years. And Bruce, thank you for the 15 months. And I don't think I ever have a stream that doesn't fuck up in the first 5 minutes. Like
something
ever.
Go wrong.
There's hundreds of them. Hundreds. All right, ready to draw a winner? Let's get this party started.
Yes, sir, I am.
These guys want to study. Oh shit, it's Hollywood. First Hollywood gets drawn and wins the jackpot last night.
Hanukkah.
Then he's the first person in the study stream.
Damn, Hollywood. Life heat. I love to see it.
It's going on.
Hollywood is good people. Good people. Hanukkah was good. Welcome and good luck.
Rick.
We got it.
Matt Affleck wanted to win so bad.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go to this Faraz quiz and see what
let's do it.
happened.
What's up, Miesel? Oh, it is Faraz one. Yeah, this is 1373. Let's do it.
This is a 1K online tournament. We got 10-9 suited, full trust on the button. We're on 20 bigs. We can either limp in here, min race to 200, or go all in.
20 bigs.
20 bigs. Limp, race to 200, or all wins.
Affleck said he knows where I live, so he's going to TP my house since he didn't win. He's going to come and egg my car.
Just comes over,
He's
just
so
drives
mad.
across
He tries
town.
to win the 11 SC giveaway on the global street. Fucking Affleck.
He just comes in. He doesn't say hi or anything. He enters the giveaway. That's all he does. I love it. What up, Dips? Limp or shove, my man says. Good morning, bud. How you doing, man?
We are 20.
Stayed up.
Very good pro in the small blind. Hollywood coming out right away with the 200. Lots of 200s. 200.
So we have the Tonica is raising to
Yeah,
200.
No limps in the house. No jams either. Jerome with the 200.
Raise. I see one limp or shove, and then it's Dibs isn't even raising. He's only shoving or limping.
The Lady Crushers of the Army are Linear 200. Ginger
Raise.
200.
All right. What is Hollywood
There's a
doing?
limp. Jack Rag got a limp out there.
What is Hollywood doing?
Hollywood is going 200.
As is Tonica, and this seems like a really good spot to limp.
Yeah, I think he might limp here. I don't really have much of a limping strategy, but I think if you're gonna have one on 20 bigs, this is like
with the very good pro and the small blind, still going to be like 3-betting us. What 15, like 13 to 16%. I don't know exactly, but he's going to still be just jamming a lot on us. Our button opens, even though we're at 20 effective. So really don't want to raise fold this hand at all. Feels pretty nasty. So I don't mind limping. Jamming, I don't really have a open jamming range like this.
Not on this
too often at 20, but I guess it could make some sense. But for me, I really would like probably limping. It's cool. I mean, I don't do it enough. I mean, but this is a very good pro. It's a 1K, and if we think we're just getting raised and jammed on a lot, it feels awful. So.
It does.
Yep.
And we are from the small blind, right? In general, like.
Yeah, we just get fucking ripped on here from this cat. So I don't know. Limp feels good.
Cool.
But we are raising to 200 because that's what Tonica's doing. And let's see what Faraz prefers in this spot.
All right.
Let's do it.
So at this stack size,
Jams it.
We could actually just jam here because it's one of those spots where our hand's not good enough to raise call. And raise folding kind of sucks. It's such a good hand. That said, it is a bit of a big jam. It's kind of right on the border. I'd say if I had 25 bigs here, I would lean towards more limping possibly, as we could get 3-bet heavily at that stack size, or even a lot of big jams. At 15 big blinds, I'm definitely just jamming here. 20 big blinds is still a decent size reshove, so I don't hate raising. Really all options are okay here, but I'd probably lean towards jam, and my second favorite option would be to limp, and my least favorite option would be to raise. I did decide to limp here. Small man limps, who's a very good pro, and the big blind also checks it. Flop comes 9-8-4 with 2 diamonds. We can check it back, bet 120, bet 200, or bet 320.
All right, here we go.
Pot is 380.
I wonder what
vehemently disagrees with the jam.
Me too. I don't find it too much, but Faraz loves it. I wonder what he gave limping. Had to be like an 8 or 9, right? At least.
He says 200 is equal to limp, so same thing we said, and all those are greater than jam.
Yeah, I agree. So 200.
200 for the Hollywood into 380. 200 for everybody. Jack Rag, AK Soul, Mendo Bruce. 200.
200. What are we doing here, Tonica? Hero call says or raise tight players. Yeah, if they're tight, but there's a very good pro and a small blind, so bet 320. K Dub's going to 320 as well, and Guy will gamble is going 120. So we see all the options outside of check. Misel's going small. What's the Toe Army doing?
200s across the board. Up there's a 320 from Tina. Arlinia likes 320. So the ladies of the army going savage. Ginger at 200 though. Check or bet large, but I think it's good enough to be large, so check.
My man, huge Heat fan. Thank you for the 10 months, man. I hope you're still out there on the streets crushing, and I know goddamn well you are. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Cool. So Tonica's going 320. What is Hollywood doing?
Hollywood's going 200.
What is Toe doing?
Toe's going 200. Size up on the 9. Needs protection. Get a lot of value. All good things.
I'm probably going 320.
320 is okay. Like, it just seemed a little too big, but I like sizing up. So, yeah, big.
It was like, this needs so much protection. Where when we go small and we get called, I'm never going 120 here. So, yeah, I mean, 200 to 320. I really like just pushing equity here and probably just going the biggest size. But
yeah.
Might be a bit much multi-way, but it feels like this hand's just going to need the most protection, and we can get a lot of value from hands that'll call 200, 320, and get value from a lot of worse hands here. So probably 320 from there.
So the check raise is possible, but I think we have to just call if they do. I mean, we have top pair here and 20 big, so I really don't give a shit if I'm check raised too much on this stack size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. We're going 200.
And we're going 320. Come on, Faraz.
We're gonna find out. Let's do it.
So this is a board we're probably going to be doing a decent amount of checking with. Even a lot of our kind of, if we trap with something like ace king suited, ace queen suited, a lot of those hands are going to be checking. The big blinds range is pretty garbagey. The small blinds range is a lot stronger since they, called. So I'm mixing here between betting and checking. Lots of times in these spots when we limp, I am betting just one big blind, but because the small blind called, I don't mind who has a stronger range. I don't mind betting a little bit bigger here. So I can go with either 200 or 320. I think both are reasonable options.
Oh my God.
And I like checking as well. I did decide to check here. I think we're going to have a lot of ace high, kind of king high type hands, and we could induce a lot of bluffs on later streets. So that's what's driving that decision. Small blind leads out 320, pretty big. This is a pretty straightforward call, so we don't need to do a quiz here.
Somebody out there is like, I would fucking jam.
Opponent checks to us, so we can bet smaller for 400, larger for 700. We can go all in, or we can check it.
This quiz is crazy, bro. Check? I don't ever think I would think about
check
that.
seems like hell.
Oh, dude, I mean, you check there's fucking queen, jack, I mean,
hell.
You pick up equity, king or some shit, and they both, I don't know. What are we doing now, guys? Check? I mean, I don't think anybody in chat
The options are
check the
wrong.
flop. And then my man K-Dub says, what the fuck is going on? Do I suck? I ask myself that every day looking at this shit. What the hell?
The answer is we all suck. That's why we're here. Welcome to the study stream, guys. Every Saturday, noon Eastern.
Oh, shit.
Shepherd River now says Affleck. Subbing says Arlinia. All in Jerome. Jamming.
Just joined. What the fuck? I feel you, Chloe. That's how I feel.
Pure show for everybody.
You're gonna just go 320. Call 320.
I didn't think
Oh, so you're just gonna bet 320. Yeah. The options are they check back on river after going big on turn. Do we want to go 320 or go all in? Bet 320 or go all in. Yeah, this hand is all kind of fucked. We check back flop. Call turn. Small blind checks. So, yeah. Now we're starting to see the all wins. So 320 for Tonica. And Hollywood is doing what?
Jamming.
Jamming. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm jamming.
Me too.
Yeah. The way this hand played, we can just have so many missed draws that he might feel compelled to hero off at like an 8x. Thing like that. I'm just definitely just jamming here.
I mean, he's capped as fuck. We have top pair. We have 60 bigs. Like, there's 10 of the. Just jam.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We can get hero here very easily. A lot of draws brick. And he might have bet for protection and just plans on just check calling, bluff catching a lot of hands here. It feels like he's just going to have bluff catchers. So, all in. Let me see. Tonica went 320 though. So, all right, let's see what Faraz is doing. he might just decide to throw his hand in the muck for some reason here. This hand is so weird. He's like, you know what? I looked my opponent in the eye, and he just has it. So I decided to just muck it. All right, we're doing 320. You ready?
Yep.
Opponent checks to us, so we can
hell is
bet
going on in this
smaller
quiz
for
for us?
400, larger for 700.
No check option with
We
top
can
pair
go
and
all
they cap
in,
turn.
or we can check it.
I got every single street fucking wrong. Every one of them. Didn't get one right. Great way to start the day.
Affleck agrees with us.
Okay. Affleck, at least Affleck likes. Yeah, that was a weird quiz. Not my favorite for us quiz. The check on the flop just fucked me up.
Oh,
It's over. Oh, wait a
but
minute.
there's more options. What the fuck?
There's more options. What is this?
Hang on a second.
I'm sorry. That shit was broken.
I gotta
right?
re-listen to this real quick.
Opponent
sorry, guys,
checks
my
to
bad. I
us,
gotta go
so
back.
we can bet
I thought it was
smaller
over.
for 400, larger for
My
700.
bad.
We can go all
So
in,
we
or we
went-
can check it.
Oh, so what that was a misprint. Like,
Oh.
he bet turn. That's why it said call 320. We had the choice to call his bet on the turn. Even though it showed the river,
Yeah.
it wasn't supposed to show the river card. We weren't there yet. We were actually on the turn.
I see.
And we were facing a
Look
big
at
bet.
this. It's just broken, dude.
Yeah, the quiz is broken.
What the hell?
Froz
Dude,
was
we
dealing
gotta-
with his baby.
We got to redo this. This shit is wild.
Yeah, this quiz is broken. For sure it is. Because it would have been called the big bet on the turn. Then he checked river. Now we jam. It's going to be 10 points.
This shit is great.
Right, so check on the flop is least controversial. Can mix it. I mostly bet, but check is fine. Pre-flop. Shove is worse than the flop check, I think. Yeah.
All right, get me out. This shit is broken.
right,
Let's give these guys a. Get another one, guys.
what's
You
up
guys
with-
get another one.
What's up with
Get
your
me
boy
out.
sixes?
I don't know.
1370.
He was slipping. Remember, he was here and got one of his own quizzes wrong as well, so he has that badge of honor.
For us,
Yeah, when he was here.
most of the
he had
coaches
one
we
of
had
his
on
own.
do that.
Hit a button.
Very few. There's been a couple, but very few.
Whoa! Get me out. Sorry, guys. It was. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think I hit the quiz. It's just get me out. The shit was broken.
What was your
I'll
score?
give these guys another one. We won.
You could see it.
No, I mean, dude, I misclicked for him. He didn't even pick them all. I fucked it up.
What the hell?
It's a shit show. Yeah.
Shit show. What?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. Please, get me out. I'll give you $5. It's fine.
He literally just paid you $5 just so he didn't have to finish that quiz.
Yeah, it was tilting me. Get me out. Just get me out. It was all kind of fucked up. I don't want to see it again.
I'll let JL know about the quiz. 1373, no
Yeah.
problem.
We'll have to. We'll get our support.
It is jacked up. All right, let's
Get
pick another
me
one quickly.
out. Yeah, please.
I'm gonna scroll down though because I want to fill up some of these gaps here. We got a bunch of them. Evan from
Okay.
Fallsview. We got to go down a little ways.
Which one?
1330. Nope. 1323 is the
Yeah, we
last
can do that. The
Evan
10.
from Fallsview.
Yeah, let's do it. Do you want to go right into it and give these
Yeah,
guys
let's go right
another
into it. Same
opportunity?
guys.
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone.
All right,
Evan
cool. Sorry about that.
Quiz is
Jarvis
broken.
here. Welcome
I'm
to
playing
another
you.
poker coaching quiz. Today we are reviewing a tournament hand that I played at Niagara Falls View Casino, the $1,100 WPT. Very fun situation
Cannon.
here, very interesting hand that we're going to find ourselves in. Starts by looking down at a pair of black dimes in position. And we get an open from a very loose aggressive player who you will probably recognize from previous quizzes. Folds around to us, pocket tens, middle position, facing under the gun raise on a 10-handed table. What should you do? Should you fold, call, 3-bet to 7,000, or 3-bet to 10,000?
This is a interesting
All
spot.
right. 10.
Jarvis's tags on players are the best.
Ten.
Affleck. He's got great ones. We always talk about apple bottom jeans. And what was the other one? Tricky Ricky.
He said, yeah, Tricky Ricky is good. Yeah, there's so many. Nick Cannon, Duster, Big Spender, our new
Rain is
friend.
flatting here. Bunch of calls. Bunch
Call,
of
call,
calls.
call.
Hollywood,
This
you're
is a
still up, buddy.
10-handed
We're giving you the
table.
redo.
Yeah, Tonica, you're still in there.
Tina's raising, though.
Okay. I see all calls in the chat. Dibs is
Felici
calling.
Suerte raising.
Tonica. Call for Deuterino. Hollywood is calling.
Like almost everybody calling except for Felici Suerte and Tina, who is going the 7K.
Yeah, I'm only
Hollywood, I would call, but if it's super regular, right raise to cause him to jam. So he's calling in general here.
calling. Okay. I mean, I don't think you're 3-betting this.
No, I tend to call when it comes from an earlier position open.
And,
And there's a lot of people
10-handed,
behind me left to act.
Yeah.
I would like raise this if it was a little later position. Like cutoff button or something, hijack button or something.
Yeah, we make it 7K and we get jammed on behind cold 4. Or I mean, I don't know. We're just not happy when even under the gun just 4-bet jams on us. I mean, yeah, we're gonna call for 30, but we're not like super thrilled about it. It's a fucking 10-handed table.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of people behind as well. They can wake up with monsters. So yeah, I'd probably just call here.
Hotfix
It's
is
gonna
80%
play well enough
call.
close to us.
Mixes does mix some raise though.
At 10-handed? Is that, are we looking at
I don't know if
9-handed
he's looking at
cards?
10-handed or not.
Yeah, this is 10. So
Cool,
I don't
call.
know how much that changed. All right, so we're calling.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Try and speed through this one a little bit.
On pretty much any hand ranking chart you're going to look at, this is going to be a clear call. Not too much to say about it. If we 3-bet, we give our opponent a chance to 4-bet with the hands that have us in bad shape, some of the hands that we're flipping with and put us in an awkward position, and give him a chance to fold all the hands that we have in very bad shape. Also, when he
Well
calls, facing a 3-bet, he has a lot of hands that are just drawing really live against pocket 10s. Ace King, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, King Queen suited, and things of that nature that are going to be able to play fairly well post-flop as well. Were we in a later position situation, cutoff versus button, 10s is certainly going to find itself into the 3-bet range, but facing an early position open, under the gun specifically, 10s are usually going to be a flat, unless you're on a very shallow stack size of, say, sub 25 big blinds, where maybe you just decide the hand's good enough to go with, you're going to get enough folds and pick up enough money, and you have enough equity when called. But that's not the situation. We're much deeper here, so calling is going to be the clear play. Let's continue on to the flop. We get a call from Nick Cannon in the big blind, not the real Nick Cannon,
Hey.
just a cannon. And 9-6-3, pretty favorable flop for pocket 10s. No aces, kings, queens, or jacks out there. Not a single overcard. And this Lagamis bets 5,000 into 12,000.
Lagamis.
Action is on you. What should you do? Should you fold? Call? Raise to 12,000? Go all in.
Yeah, I can totally see the argument that they're having some conversation in my chat about how 3-betting helps you not get squeezed. There's definitely some argument that, so I'm sure that's why mixes in some level. Totally buyable. Mostly calling.
Yep.
What
Click
are we doing
it.
now, guys?
Lisa's just clicking this
one
shit.
jam out there. PJ jamming.
12K, click it. Dibs is calling. K-Dub is calling.
Brandon says, think some favors a re-raise on this. I'd like to protect my overs. Backdoor straight draws. Hey.
12K for Glow.
Armenia raising. Ginger raising. Tina raising. All the ladies of the army raising.
They're never scared, dude.
Raise for Hollywood.
Call. 12K, call. Deuterino's calling.
Affleck says, click or call. Mostly call.
Click a call. Yeah, Tonica's going 12. Hollywood is
12.
12? Ooh, they're both raising. I mean, I tend to call here, but man, I've seen some of the stuff. I know you got me thinking about raising a lot because we look at some stuff where it can be just viable to raise.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I got you in my ear actually saying he's still uncapped under the gun.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly just call here. And we can keep in some worse hands from big blind as well. Like when we raise, we just force him to fold out worse hands, right? And he only calls
too
with
much.
the best.
Like, I know what
Yeah,
you're
it's
doing.
like,
You know what I'm
fuck.
doing. We're actually leaning toward each other's line.
Yeah, I'm like, it's fucking weird. But I'm mostly just calling here, I think. I mostly call.
Yeah. Yes.
And Affleck said we can click it here as well, or call is probably fine either way. Yeah, I mean,
What do I
raise
think
to
about
12K
it's actually
goes
a
where.
C bet, right? Under the gun. I think I think it's okay. I think he's probably going to have some hands that bet here that need protection.
I mean, yeah, he can still have.
He's going to
overpairs
have
and
a
all
heavy
that stuff,
check.
but he can still.
He should be heavy checking, but I also think multi-way people haven't run those sims nearly as much. So most people are going to see bet in the middle when they're the opener. Most often.
All right. All right. We are going to 12K.
We're going to 12K too.
All right. Let's see what Grips thinks.
He likes 12K.
Let's start by looking at the two options we are not going to engage in here. The first one is folding. That would be way too scared. You could only do that if you knew your opponent basically only opened aces and kings under the gun, in which case you'd be set mining. I don't think there's anyone who plays that tight anymore. I don't know if there was anyone who ever played that tight in the first place. Yeah. As for going all in, all that really serves to accomplish is getting us called in spots where we have about a 10% chance of winning. That would be when we're up against a bigger pair, and having our opponent fold when we're ahead as a 76% favorite facing 2 overcards. So those two are out of the window. Calling is the standard play here, certainly. Get to play the pot in position. Our opponent's going to check on a lot of turns that don't improve him, and some players will also slow down with overpairs. You can go either way with this. There's also the option of going for a small raise, which against this particular player I really like. The reasons are we knock the third player out of the pot, and if he has a hand like 6-5 at diamonds, 3-4 at clubs, 9-7 of diamonds, we are beating those hands, but they have a good amount of equity against us, and it's hard for us to tell when our opponent improves versus us, and so it saves us a lot of trouble on later spots. So a small raise here gets a lot of folds from Nick Cannon. He may also fold some overcards, and it puts the pressure back on Slagamus, who with his overpairs he'll likely just flat, and with his overcards he may flat as well. We basically take the initiative in the hand, set a price that's quite cheap for the turn, a smaller barrel size than we would probably face if we just called and our opponent continued to blast at us. And if he comes over the top and moves all in, we can pretty comfortably fold the pocket tens here. So we protect our hand against the overcards. We keep the size of the pot reasonable versus the overpairs, and we also get much more information early on for a cheap price about how our hand is stacking up against his range for continuing. So that's why we make it 12,000 here, but calling is also 10-point play for sure, and our opponent calls. Turn is the best card in the deck, 10 of diamonds. We're now beating pretty much everything in his range, except for the rare 7-8 suiteds. No, we're doing great against the overpairs. Our opponent checks to us. Actions on you. You got 3 of a kind 10s, 36k pot, 37k behind. What should you do? Should you check at 12,000, bet 18,000, or go all in?
All right, guys, here we are. Yeah, jamming not great because like we're jamming for value, like I said, and we're not turning this hand into a bluff, right? And what's worse, it's calling, not a lot. Raising has some merit for sure to get heads up for sure. Calling okay too because he's uncapped. And Cyrus, I gotta say, as the Jewish, like one of the few Jewish streamer kids, when you put Meshuggah in the chat, it makes me pretty happy because nobody knows what that means, and I know you're not even Jewish, which makes it even funnier. Way to throw some Yiddish out there.
Ellis, what's good? The only check I see 18, 12, 12, 12, a lot of 12Ks, 18 and a check. Hell no, that's not the real Nick Cannon.
Hollywood going 18K says, get some value town.
Let's slag him as catch up. Measles 12. Now 2 checks and all bets. Antonic is going 18. Woo. What is Hollywood doing, Tom?
Hollywood's going 18.
Hell no, I'm never. That feels like
it's a little too big, right? Because he only has 37.
I am checking every single time.
Checking definitely was something that crossed my mind. I bet it's going to be 12, super small.
Yep, check for sure. SPR's already won. Let him hit a single pair hand, turn a hand into a bluff. I'm not afraid of the monsters under the bed. I just feel like a player like this might just take our check on a turn this week and either hit a hand that he can just feel like he can go broke with, hit an ace king or a queen or something, or he turns something into a bluff. So check.
Yeah, Affleck likes checking mostly, and if you're gonna bet the 12K. So,
Only
yeah,
check.
that's really where I'm at for sure.
Yeah, check or 12. Mostly check always. But we are
Check
going
12,
18.
mostly check always.
Yeah, mostly check, but
Mostly check, but always.
Yep. 18 though is yikes.
Yeah, it's half their stack. It's too much. They can't continue too much.
Yeah.
And we don't need much protection, right?
I think you price him in twice rather than make him hero fold river. That's a good point as well. Just depends on where we think he's at in his range, and he gets 4-1, right? If we go 12, he gets 4-1 going into the river, and he's still priced in. So I think 12 is really good as well. 18 feels like a bit much. So yeah, let's see what Evan thinks.
So check.
And again, all the options are pretty attractive here. We don't need to bet big to get all in by the river. 18,000 is going to easily get us all in by the river, but it's excessive. We could bet 12,000 here, a third of the pot. It's going to leave him with a half pot bet going to the river. He's going to be getting really good odds on a call, and we're certainly going to stack an overpair.
8K's good too.
Playing our hand in this fashion. That being said, I felt that this was the type of opponent who would be calling the flop with more than just his overpairs when we make that really small raise size. I think he's going to take the price and continue with his unpaired overcards, his ace kings, his ace queens, and anything with a backdoor flush draw. And so on this turn, where we have those hands drawing dead, but they may look to make a hero call on the river if we show weakness, I kind of like a check here. Also, I think the overpairs, we're still going to be able to get most of the stack, but we get some extra value from the bluffs here. If this were a tighter player, I'd certainly just go with the bet turn bet river line and get all the chips in. But versus someone who's a bit more creative, a bit more splashy, and a bit more heroic, I actually really like a check here to give him a chance to potentially bet at the river and also give him a chance to make a hero call. River is 9 of spades.
The dream.
Fantastic. We have 10s full of 9s. No way we're losing this hand. Our opponent checks to us. What should you do? Should you check, bet 20,000, or go all in?
Check, take the penalty, go to the bar. Get a fucking 2-round penalty, get shipped out of the room.
Snap shove for Ranius.
Regional, I really like that though. I think going quarter pot could be something as well on the turn. I actually like quarter way better than 12. So yeah, 8-9K sounds pretty cool. Shove 20K from Antonica. Shove from DC Doorknob. What's up?
I said snap shove. Wait. Penalty for the bars sounds kind of exciting.
Yeah.
20K for Hollywood. 20K. A couple all ins. 20K. 8K is perfect, says PJ.
Call the floor on yourself and then check.
Lots of 20s, couple of jams, couple of smalls.
20, shove, 20. So we're seeing more jams. What is the Toad? Wait a minute. What is Hollywood doing? I see Antonica's going 20.
20, I think he said. Yep.
Yeah, so they're both going 20. Regional's jamming. Deuterino's jamming. I mean, I tend to just jam here, but I could see 20 maybe. Does it get called by... I don't know. I'm jamming. Never mind. I was just thinking, do we get more calls when we get 20? Like, do a few more hands feel like they can call, especially if it doesn't risk his entire tournament life to bluff catch?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not switching. I'm always jamming in game, but
I like big bet. I would go 20 here because I don't think he's calling a jam, but
yeah,
because he's so capped. But yeah, big bet for sure. That's
yeah, right. All right, cool. We are going to go 20. Hell no, you can't switch after putting some in there and hearing us. No. It doesn't work like that, Smokey. No. All right, cool. We got to go 20. Sorry, friend.
Cool. Steve, let me know if we're good for Monday. We'll just do it right now. Book it. We're going 20.
All right. Yeah, are we going 20 as well? I would probably jam, but let's do it.
One thing we are certainly not doing here is
Ooh,
checking
I saved
the
you.
second nuts on the river. The only hand that beats us is pocket nines, and if he has pocket nines, he gets the chips. Between 20,000 and going all in, I think that the value in them is pretty similar. And as I said, against a tighter opponent, the larger size is going to be preferable because we want to make sure we get all the chips. But against someone who's a little bit looser, a little bit more creative, a little
Alright,
bit
Steve,
more
booked.
curious, I like going with the smaller sizing that is still quite big relative to the size of the pot, quite big relative to the starting stack of the tournament, 20,000. But it leaves him a lot of room to play. He's the type of player who wants to get a lot of showdowns, flops, get a lot of situations. He's going to be much more apt to call when it's not for all of his chips than when it's for all of his chips, and it's a lot easier for him to make a hero call in this situation. That's why we bet 20,000 in this spot. We're looking to get value from ace highs in addition to all the overpairs. We do give up some value against the strongest overpairs, aces, kings, and queens, if he's played them in this fashion, but we do pick up some extra values from ace highs as a result of taking this sizing here. And our opponent looks us up with exactly what we were hoping for, ace king. And this is one of the ways you can get quite a bit of value and to get a bit more information about your opponent's hand by taking an unorthodox line. If we just called here and our opponent kept betting, we don't have a very clear idea of if he's just continuing to semi-bluff with hands that have good equity or actually has an overpair. But by going with that small raise size on the flop, we freeze him up to force him to play much more honestly and face up with his range. That play. So
does he think this is
hope
blackjack?
you enjoy that play. Hope you enjoy that line and maybe find a spot in your game to incorporate it. It's definitely not a play to use all the time, but there are some specific situations where it makes a lot of sense, especially in multi-way pots where you would like to get the pot heads up. A small raise can go a long way. Anyway, this has been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. Hope you learned a thing or two. And I look forward to seeing you next one.
35 points for the Army. Hollywood did good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Hollywood, you're fucked.
It's 30. We got 35 as well. It's flip time.
Oh, no.
All right, so what happened here, Tonica, is since you got the same score as Hollywood.
Thanks for hanging out, Steve. We'll see you soon.
We do a coin flip to determine who wins.
Oh, no.
Fortunately,
Hollywood.
you're on team sixes, and we've been winning like 85% of the flips or something ridiculous.
Oh, no.
All right, go ahead, pull it up. I got it. Whoops. Mute. All right, here we go.
Who's calling it?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter at all.
Tony, can you heads or tails?
Can we just dispose of the obligatory flips and give him the sixes? We might as fucking well. Somebody
Heads or
call
tails? Whoever says it first. And if they have 10 seconds, and one of us will call it or something. We can't waste time in here.
Crickets.
Tonica, heads or tails? Tails.
Tails. All right, here we go.
All right. There we go. Thank you.
We did it, America! The streak is
No!
broken! Hey, Hollywood!
Oh, piss.
He can't lose with the Army. Jackpot and quiz money.
Yeah, it was Hollywood. Hollywood's running really good.
America wins!
America wins.
Let's go!
It's so funny. Winning flips, damn, Hollywood is
They
unlikely.
can't beat us. Hollywood, let me know how you want your money. Congratulations, buddy.
Cat jam time.
Yeah, let me get that in here. All right, guys. New keyword is cat jam. What up, Chris? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Get in there, guys. Get in there. We'll pick another quiz in the meantime.
Cat jam in chat. There it is. What's good, Collins? The first cat jam. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll pick another one.
Fucking cat jam.
I'd love to see it.
I don't know why I can't get the emotes to work. I have everything set. It's so weird.
Yeah, you hate to see it. It's such a bad
Listen, I'm a D-list celebrity, Hollywood. I do a lot of transactions. I don't remember your PayPal. You gotta send it to me.
Have we done 1307?
I don't know. 13 That's way the fuck down.
I know, right?
We've not done the JL. Ace 5.
What up, Hoodoo? Thank you, man, for the biddy. Was good.
1307 looks good.
J Cross, because it doesn't work in Toe Stream. If I win it, give it away. Will do. What's up, Rainus? How you doing, buddy? All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in there. Hell yeah. Guy Will Gamble. What's good, my dude? Let's go.
Crest Waven comes in, says hi, says I'll take the podium now. Let's fucking let's run this, Big Crest. Let's run this bitch.
Cool. You want to do this jail one, or should we do something newer? This bitch is way down there.
I'm down. I'm ready to go.
Wait a minute. All right. 1307.
When the cat gets stuck in the printer, it's a cat jam. Oh shit. Let's go, Chris. We're doing
All right,
it for
I'm
the
ready
army.
to go, man.
Ready to go?
Yep.
Ready to go.
Here we have Ace 5 suited in the small blind. We're playing the $10,000 buy-in World Series of Poker main event, facing a limp
Main.
from an unknown player under the gun +1. Should we fold, call, raise to 400, or raise to 700?
Ace 5 suited facing a limper. What's the plan, yo?
Feels so. Oh well.
I know
400, 700. Ooh. DC doorknob is just flicking in Z call. This is the main event, boys. We coming out swinging.
Ooh, Dennis with the ISO. There's one.
3
Lucifer
fucking
right
100
behind
bigs. Easy ass complete big sack lunch says. 400s. I'm calling here. Guy will gamble.
Oh, it's contagious. Dennis,
Deuterino's flicking.
Tina, Cosin, Felici Suerte, the whole family going 400.
400, huh?
Bruce, Raisin.
Savage mode, Ellis says. 700 for Stinky, you already know. I'm okay with mixing calling 400, really? 700? All right, cool. Guy will gamble was calling.
Crest is going 400.
I hate the 400. Why does everybody like it? It's small as hell. We're first to act. We're pricing.
Saturday.
We're pricing in everybody. It's less than
week.
3x from the small blind, out of position. We're just pot sweetening. Why not just min raise it? I mean, I don't know. I'm probably going 700, depending on the caffeine intake to start the session. It's early in the main, probably 700. Calling is probably just fine too. But 400 never
and
not even tilted. If I feel like I can this guy's just gonna call check fold.
You got
he's not a player.
Like some angry hip hop going.
I'm just gonna work. I mean,
who's an angry hip hop artist? I don't have an example.
None. They're all happy, nice
some
people.
Guy who gets you pumped up.
None angry.
I mean, I am literally 100% limping here, like 100% of the time. So I don't really want to ISO this out of position. Like I want to have some good aces in my check back range. Like I'm just.
And you can play range, yeah. I like it.
And I would just limp here 100%.
Most of the time,
I would limp ace 10 off here. Like most of the time. I'd probably ISO ace jack.
What if this guy's shit and it's just free money though, right? This is the main. Don't you?
So here's the question: Is the guy
free?
who's limping ever folding to your ISO?
I don't want him to fold.
Now
he's gonna call.
Position.
Yeah, but he's gonna call check fold to a small bet like 75% of the time or something. Or we're gonna make hands. I don't know. I want
to see his HUD stats.
I want to see his HUD stats. Yeah, you can have
I do agree that if you are
range.
going to ISO, this 700 is the way to go. 400 just too small. Way too
I
small.
agree. Yeah.
It's not.
You start telling that story,
and you're out of position. So 700 to call is definitely what I think.
By raising your increased equity from winning a 3-person pot from 33% to 50-50 as ace-5 suited, probably ahead of his limp range. That is from our man Dibs, who we've had on the study stream, who has a 200 poker IQ.
Dennis brings up a great point. He's limping. You can guess his HUD stats. Fair. You were right. You were right. Too late to change now, Wes. We got to go down the 400 route.
And we are going the call route here.
All right,
let's do it. 700, please. Nah.
This is a situation where I think you can pick either call or
Okay,
raise
good.
to 700.
All
You don't
beats.
especially want to raise tiny to 400 because then you're going to get called by both opponents every single time and you don't have any pre-flop fold equity. That said, you don't really care about pre-flop fold equity all that much in this scenario. The thing is, though, is that if you make it 400, I think you're going to be a little bit more inclined to get re-raised by either the big blind or under the gun +1 way more often than if you make it 700. If you do re-raise, the big downside is that, well, every once in a while you do get re-raised.
Raised.
And then, we have to call and try to flop amazingly well. And you really, really, really don't want that to happen. You do not want to get limp re-raise. So if you think you're going to get limp re-raise in this scenario, I would definitely call. And I do lean towards calling the majority of the time. But if you think the limper is just loose, splashy, bad, then you can't really go too wrong raising to 700 either. So I think either play is acceptable. Don't fold. Ace 5 suited is clearly great. This time I do make it 700, which I think is my second most preferred play. I definitely would prefer limping in general. Both players call, big blind and under the gun +1, and it comes king, 2, no spades. Should we check, bet 600, bet 1,500, or bet 2,200?
All right. Is this the leady board? Check dirt.
1,500, check give up. We completely missed, Ellis said. Check jam from Regional. 300 bigs in the main. Check jam this bitch. I said I would flat and JL would make it 700.
It's easy to check jam this with JL's money and a 10K.
Open rip.
Yeah. Easy.
Damn, if you rip this in the main for this many bigs with like king queen just cast fold. 1,500, one and done, Deuterino says.
3-bet, C-bet, says Bruce. Check for
That would be
check.
savage.
Remember, guys, we ISO'd in this spot, so we're playing this after the ISO. Take that into consideration. Not that checking is impossible, but just want to realize that we didn't limp.
1,500 and you have 3 outs if called. Fair enough. Damn, this is kind of tough, man. I'm sorry. What were we?
I'm still waiting for Mr. Craven.
Yeah, Guy will gamble. What's good? Come on. Be quick with these answers,
Since
my
we
guys.
ISO, we definitely have to bet this.
I definitely want to go small.
600.
Rather, or we put ourselves in the smaller SPR spot anyway. 600. Guy will gamble.
Yep, us too.
All right. Toe C betting feels gross as hell. Doesn't
Only
it?
ISO, I think we have to.
3-bet C bet.
Yeah, and I would go as small as possible.
Yeah. If I'm betting, it's probably small. I mean, the 1,500 one and done. You probably do get a few more folds from some of the smaller underpair floats.
Mm-hmm.
When you go a little bit bigger in this spot, I don't do it too often, but I think you're going to get super honest responses then. And when you get called, they probably likely have just a king.
You might even get lucky and get a
Big
better
blind
ace
has
high to
like
fold,
queens
right?
and jacks. Oh yeah, I mean a lot of ace highs when you go 1,500, but I tend to go 6 in this spot.
Mm-hmm.
Still get pretty honest responses. People still find overfolds to a 3-bet C-bet out of position. It looks really strong, and we'll block ace king. Yeah, and we still have like 3 cleanouts likely as well. And if we had ace deuce, would we go bigger?
No.
Unblocking a lot of king X.
If I had a king, I wouldn't go bigger either.
15 would probably fold some backdoor flush draw floats as well. Fair enough. All right, cool. We're gonna go 600 because that's what Guy with Gamble will do.
That's what Crest is doing as well.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
This is a spot where the board does not connect especially well with any player's range. You may say, oh, you got to worry about the big blind having a 2, but no, we don't actually, because in this scenario, the big blind is going to fold the vast majority of their 2s. So really the question just becomes who has the better kings in their range, and I have to think that's me because I would be raising ace king and king queen basically every time from the big small blind in this scenario, whereas our opponents probably don't have a whole lot of ace kings or king queen. They're going to have weaker kings for the most part and a lot of underpairs. So for that reason, I think we have a reasonable range advantage in this scenario. So I think we just want to bet frequently with our whole range using a small bet size. And I think that's going to work out well enough. We are going to get called sometimes, so we have to have ideas of how to play the turn when we do make our flop bet. But you want to make sure you're betting a size that does not force your opponents to already have a pretty strong range. Because, like, let's say we do bet 2,200 here. If we get called, it's going to be against mostly kings, and then we're just dead, right? Or nearly dead. We have to get an ace. Whereas if we bet smaller, it's highly likely our opponents will call with stuff like ace high or under pairs, maybe even queen high backdoor draw, that we're actually okay against, or we may be able to make fold later, right? So this is a spot where I definitely think we want to bet frequently using a small bet with our entire range. We do bet 600, which I like a lot, only under the gun +1 calls, and the turn is the 8 of spades. Should we check, bet 1,000, bet 2,000, or bet 8,000?
Keep the story going. Give him up. I like the point. Since we're betting range here, we go smaller. Yeah, and we don't really want to use a lot of big bets because we just over-condense their range to not even ever be able to double barrel.
Small and often.
Yep. Small and frequently. Big and infrequently. Yeah.
Probably checking, says Cress. Check for Dennis.
What it do? We betting again.
Bruce betting again.
JL probably fires again and tries to get middle.
Let's check. Speed's betting again. We got a few bets out there. Meatball joining the crowd.
What are we doing here, guys? Don't be shy.
Small and frequent. My sex life. Nice one, Zeded.
Close as 1. Deuterino feels bad, but 2K,
not the lie,
I guess.
The bluff.
2K.
The bluff. We don't lie. This is hard as
2K,
hell,
we should be able to get the rest of his pairs below a king to fold and pray. 2K, but I don't feel good. Now we're starting to see a lot of 2Ks.
We got a fair amount of checks and 2Ks. It's pretty mixed.
Yep.
What's funny is I think you and I are going to mix answers here as well.
Oh, no. I know what I'm doing for sure. Hell yeah, I'm betting.
And I'm checking. So
none of the backdoor.
I thought you were going to mix answers.
None of the backdoor draws.
Backdoor flushes got
equity. It's a fucking dog shit limp range. I'm attacking for sure.
It is a limp range, right?
It's a limp call range.
Twice on a limp range.
A limp call, like the dude in the backseat, he could just be calling like still ace highs under pairs we can put in hell. Like
I forgot this
has,
is
like,
a limp
queen
one.
jack, queen 10 backdoors and stuff like that. Definitely going fucking.
And those limpers are just gonna float you on these paired boards a ton, thinking you're not gonna fire. Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. You talked about. I forgot it was a limp spot.
Yeah,
I'd be like call the
He's
raise and then call the C bet on this board. Then I'm giving up, or somehow raised it C bet. So yeah. I like 2K.
Ooh, Dibs says 1K is right. Fuck, you want to go 1K now?
Dibs? Is that who said that?
Yeah, I got Dibs. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's talking about. Yeah, he says 1K makes me think, but nope, blasting 2K. Nope. What? Yeah, 2K for guy will gamble as well. So yeah, I like this. Come on, JL. 2K. You ready?
I thought it was. Wes said he was checking, I believe. Yes.
Shook one. All right, cool. Let's do it. 2K, please.
So when we bet small on the flop and under the gun +1 calls, I don't think you can completely narrow kings out of their range, although a lot of people will raise a small bet with a king. That said, this is a scenario where I know that if I had a king I would like to keep betting, I'd probably want to bet something like 2,000 in this scenario. And I think if we bet 2,000, that's actually going to get under the gun +1 to fold out a lot of hands worse than a king, which I think is a pretty large chunk of his range. Mm-hmm. So I definitely like 2,000 here. If we do bet 1,000, the plan has to be to keep barreling on the river, because when we bet 1,000 on the turn, we really don't know how the opponent's going to proceed with stuff like under pairs and ace high. And if he's going to call with all of that, then I definitely want to be bluffing it on the river. I think when you bet 2,000, though, you're going to get pretty clean information about your opponent's strategy. While your opponent may call with like queens, jacks, 10s, 9s if they have it in the range to begin with, they're probably going to fold out stuff worse than an 8 for sure, and that's going to result in them folding a ton. So I think betting 2,000 gets pretty good information. I do not like betting gigantic 8,000 2x pot.
No.
Because when we are sporadically against a 2 or against a king, we're just going to lose a ton of chips. I guess there is some merit in the World Series of Poker main event to bet 2,000 if you think it's going to make your opponent fold all their kings. Because if you can make their opponent fold all their kings as well, then you just win the pot literally every time. And, you know, in the World Series main event, maybe you actually can blast it and get some people to fold. So I'm not going to say that's like the worst play ever, but I typically am not trying it. But, I mean, hey, could be good. Got to experiment. Thing is, you don't really want to be experimenting in the World Series main event, do you?
Give it a try.
Maybe we'll never know, but I would at least consider betting large in this scenario if we thought it would get a king to fold. Because really, your opponent shouldn't have too many 2s in their range. Notice they can't even have ace-2 of spades, right? So what 2s do they even have? Pocket 2s and ace-2 of hearts, right? So maybe this would be a pretty cool spot to go for a big bet. I'm going to actually give it a better score. I did give it a kind of low score initially, but I'd give it a solid 5. You know, it has merit. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to check here, by the way, because if we check, our opponent's going to let it go check, and then they're just going to call our river bet a lot. So this is a hand we probably want to go ahead and bet the turn with for about 2,000. And if we do get called, I think the plan is to give up. If we bet smaller on the turn, though, and our opponent calls, the plan needs to be to continue barreling. Maybe a slightly bigger bet than 2,000 would have been a little bit better, like 2,500. Maybe that always gets most hands worse than a king to fold. Whereas if we bet 2,000, maybe like pocket 3 sticks around one more time sometimes, which you really don't want to happen. So I could see going slightly bigger being a little bit better here, but I like this bet. I think it's nice. And I'm not going to bluff the river here because when I bet turn and the opponent calls, I'm going to expect them to have a lot of king X in their range. This time, though, they fold.
Got him. Yeah, very good explanation. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely always firing there, especially versus that range. And I like what he said about if we do go 1K, he's probably got a triple. So, yeah, that was a very good hand. We got a fucking swish.
Oh, you got us.
Hey.
You got us.
Good shit, guy will gamble. My dude. Make sure to whisper me and let me know. I can ship ECR, PayPal or something for the 5. Good shit, my dude. Congrats. And you switched that shit. Bet. Let's pick a new keyword. What emotes? I almost want to do KEKW. All right. Yeah, I already started typing it.
KEKW. KEKW.
He put Kobe in the chat. Nope. KEKW. Sorry, guys. KEKW greater than Kobe.
KEKW. We got to go with these wackadoo. Hollywood, I got your PayPal address. Thanks, buddy.
I love it. And he passed away. I'm doing real good, Devo. How you doing,
sad
man?
that he passed away. That guy was.
Yeah.
That meme is
legend, dude. Yeah. All right. While you guys get the Kek dubs in the chat, we'll pick another one. Ready for the grinds. Yeah, I'm definitely taking today off. It's wifey's birthday tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm playing tomorrow. I might late reg the Millie and one table at late, super late reg or something like that, late in the evening. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might play. I don't know. Damn, that Faraz quiz hurt me today. Ooh, we got Affleck here, one of the newer ones. Cards are, yeah, the tournaments are always gonna be around, man. All right.
I'm getting old, man. I only have so many Sundays left. Give one up.
Oh, we just getting started. We got a lot more. We're good. There'll be more.
Yeah, but you're fucking like young and strapping and healthy. I'm old and salty and grizzled. What quiz?
Shit. Let me see. I was gonna do one of the newer ones, 1371, but we can work our way back up if you want today.
1371 is good. Let's do Affleck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, drawing a winner.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Rixus, what up?
Oh, my dude, Rixus.
Ever since I've seen you.
Damn, it's been a minute. I know I was thinking about the old home game days.
Yeah.
Battling Rick Fist on a home game. Fucking ACR home games. Carter, what up, my dude? Let's go. Ashes Elite, welcome with the K-Tech dub.
All right,
Be
Rick,
ready.
buddy. Let's
Be ready, Carter. Let's do
this
it.
shit.
Yeah, we'll do this Half-Life one, and I'm ready when you are, man.
All right, let's do it.
All right, in this hand we have ace queen offsuit. We're gonna raise it up here, standard raise, nothing to talk about. We get flattered by the button, who's playing 30 big blinds, and we go heads up to the flop. Flop comes king of spades, 8 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds. Should we check, bet 400, bet 800, or bet 1200?
Button cut off 4-3. I don't think I'm 2 versus button. What are we doing?
All right. 30 effective. King 7-8 OPP. EP
Big
versus
bet
button.
press.
Check versus the dibs.
Big bet Bertina.
Damn, actually, damn, some bombs in this bitch.
Now
400.
starting to stream in.
400, 400. Dibs is checking.
We got a couple checks out there too.
$275 doesn't even exist. Some little ass bet for Demo.
I like folding here. Like you're just gonna open fold. You can check.
Just like every time he misses, you just fucking mucks.
Just gonna open fold it, buddy.
400 accomplishes the same thing as 800. Big Sack Lunch says. Okay. Carter's going 4.
I don't see Rick yet. Rick, what you doing, bud?
I think we can check call.
800 for Rick.
800 for Rick. So, what are your thoughts here?
I have mixed emotions. Generally, the earlier we open, the later the flat, the more we see bet. Plus, we have the ace of diamonds, and we wrap around the king in a bunch of ways. So, I would actually mix, check, and bet 400. I think.
Yeah, I'm betting 400. I think I used to probably overcheck in this spot and think we do check a lot out of position, but I mean, we block a lot. I mean, he doesn't really have too many ace king flats, maybe a very small frequency. We block king queen.
Doesn't have ace king.
We have a lot. Yeah, we have like, I think we just bet here a lot. We get to deny equity. We can be indifferent on some turns where we really don't want to check call. So yeah, I think I'm just betting small. Because this hits our range. This is good for our range as well.
I agree. If this was like cutoff button, then I would check.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a later position, if I open a late position where we have a wider opening range in his flat range, yeah, probably check there. But we are going to go 400. I agree with the Carter.
Rick's going 8.
And let's see. It feels like I would check a lot, but 400, please. Let's go.
400 it is.
Normally we check a lot out of position. It changes a little bit though when we raise from early position because we have such a tight range. We're raising about 16-17% of hands here from under the gun 7. The button's calling with a pretty wide range, so we get to be somewhat aggressive, but we're still playing about a 50-50 strategy here. Ooh. Checking and betting. We mostly want to use a small sizing, and you see that very commonly out of position. You really just want to use a small sizing. You don't really want to bloat the pot.
5 heads.
Position. So our most common bet size here is going to be 400. You can bet bigger a little bit on this board because it's connected with the 8 and the 7, but mostly we want to be checking or betting small here. Our hand can go either way. I slightly prefer betting small, giving chance for my opponent to overfold, but checking is also an option. It's just really hard for our opponent to overfold on this type of board texture when we bet small. So we are getting value from our hand. We get some protection. I bet large. I think betting small is better here. Because our opponent just has a very clean strategy here when we bet large. It's pretty easy for them to meet the minimum defense frequency. They have straight draws, pairs, flush draws, etc. to call with. And so I'm not really generating more folds by betting larger. So that's why I prefer the smaller sizing. Opponent calls. Turns the 8 of clubs. Should we check? Bet 1,000, bet 1,800,
what have you done?
Or go all in?
Playing out of position poker sucks.
And then we use the bigger size. I mean, it's fine, but now it's just like the SPR is weird. Everything's weird now. Bet 6666. I like that bet size. Clean.
Checks.
We following through or nah, G?
Give up time. Checks.
Punt jam.
Checks.
1K. Judy team 1K. Dibs check. Min bet and fold.
Rick's checking. We got a 1K out there. From Jam Blance. Everybody else shook.
Carter is checking. Thanks for tagging me as well, man. Check for me, though.
The neighbor of the beast.
Flips cards and shove from next intimidation.
It's funny. It's heavy metal dad joke. I guess his diamonds was nice on the flop, but not so good now. Yeah, and he continues and like it's hard to get anything to fold. We sized up too, so we condensed his range. So it's just hard to get anything to fold. I think we just checked. Did I spoil your guy? I couldn't have spoiled.
No, Carter checked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it feels bad. Like that's why I feel bad. Like I don't feel like I can barrel now since we did use the large sizing on the flop.
Yep.
And we still beat enough hands. As just like I don't know if we get called by worse. I'll probably just check. Especially when we go that big. If I go 4, maybe I consider doubling again on this, but not now.
Yes.
But yeah, Carter's also checking. Let's see what Matt's doing. What is your guy doing over there?
Checking.
Is he betting? Yeah, everybody's checking. All right, I'm ready.
Here on the turn, we get a kind of a neutral card. It's not the worst card because it doesn't complete any of the straights, any of the flushes, and all of his weakest floats don't continue. Having the ace of diamonds, we block a lot of his nut flush draw combos, which is kind of good, but we actually prefer to bet with the ace of hearts or the ace of spades, and the reason is we want to block the suited 8 combos. So here on the button, they don't flat with any offsuit 8, so we want to block like ace 8 of hearts, queen 8 of hearts, jack 8 of hearts, those type of hands. And having a diamond and a club here, we don't block any of the suited 8s. We're also ahead of a lot of his floating range on the flop. So I prefer checking here. Betting on the turn is perfectly fine. We don't need to bet large. We're betting like 1,000 here. We don't want to bet large because the buttons definitely has a lot of 8x in their range. So whenever that's the case, we really just want to go with a small bet. 1,000 would be our bet size. We're going to bet. No reason, we're never like going all in here or anything for 1.5x pot. There's not a lot of reason to. So I prefer a check or a small bet. I do check, and this player checks back. The river is the 7 of clubs. Should we check, bet 800, bet 1,600, or bet 2,400?
Damn, poker's weird. Now what? Check showdown or one of the plethora of bet options? Check call for Crest. That was a bet. That was a negative 200 because I want some of my chips back. Regional's open folding with the piss. I would min bet, but check.
Oh, you fucking crack me up, man.
Oh, shit. Check. I would min bet.
Who's got a king? We got a king.
Probably. Yeah, go in something like 10 to 15% here. Dibs. Probably have to checks.
Owning the ace or go make a sandwich.
All right, Carter's checking.
Rick is 1,600.
Woo. Probably check here. I don't see. Are we trying to bluff him off of chops? I mean, some of his shit gets counterfeit. A lot of hands we can have an easy bluff catch as well. When some of the draws miss that he might feel compelled to bet with. Yeah, I'm just checking. I don't think 1,600 gets called by worse. do we ever get called by a worse hand?
No.
Nope. All right, check.
Yeah, me too. Yes.
No, yes. Yep. I don't know. I just all these options. Like we can try to fold him off our chop. I mean, we beat enough hands as is just right now, and he might feel compelled to bluff. So check call. So yeah.
Yeah.
Carter's checking. I'm checking.
I'm trying to think of something else, but no. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to think of a reason to bet, and I can't. But fuck it. All right, I'm checking. You ready?
Yep.
Please.
Wait. Oh, Rick went 1600. Cool.
Yeah.
So here's a spot where you want to think about what the villain's range is on this river. So when they call a flop, they're going to have a king, an 8, a 7, a hand like 10-9, Jack-9, a lot of King X, some small pairs. Our range really doesn't want to do much betting here, and we pretty much want to check. And the reason we want to check almost all of our range is because this player doesn't have, they can have an 8 or a 7, which obviously we don't want to bet into. They're going to have a king, which never folds and might bet themselves. They have small pairs, which are now counterfeited that we beat, or they have like straight draws. So this is a range that's really polarized to like full houses or King X and air that we want to allow bluff. So we're going to be checking here with almost our entire range on the 7 river and play accordingly. Since just because of how the range is constructed of the in-position player. So I really like checking. I don't think it makes a lot of sense here to bet small. If you are going to bet, it's going to be like an 8x type of hand that you want to just go all in with for 1.5x pot. But we still want to be checking here. Our range is pretty capped. We don't really have coverage around the 8. We don't have coverage around the 7. The button does. We do check here.
Makes sense.
And the button bets 800. Should we fold, call, or go all in?
Getting 4 to fucking 1. You go small as hell. You gotta call 8 to make 35. Almost 9. Deuterino calls. Call.
I mean, all calls in my chat so far. They're starting to stream in.
Snap.
Couple of side calls. Couple of snap calls. All calls. Jerome stuffing it on him.
When you win.
Jerome.
Just Jim. Nasty.
He will not be the tight guy anymore. Rick calling.
Dibs is calling and expecting to lose and being grateful when he wins. Because this bet feels, I don't know. Don't think he bluffs that sizing. Yeah, exactly. Like, this feels like a please call me size. But, all right, you got your wish. 4 to 1, buddy. Take the shit. Right? I've seen 0 folds.
Yeah, I see 0 folds, too.
Carter's calling.
So is Rick.
All right. I mean, I'm never folding, so it's easy.
Stupid fucking ace queen. Kicks ace queen.
Timo folds. Trolling.
Oh, there's a fold. Lucifer fold. Oh, Hollywood folded.
Nope. It feels like, yeah, we just torching here because if, I don't know. Exploit folds. Not today, my friend.
Not with Affleck's money.
Not, yeah. Not eyes at the cat. I'm in there.
Yeah. I mean, I probably
pay
mix.
the man.
I probably mix.
Not eyes at the cat. 4 to 1. Pay the man. Carter's with me. We snap it in there.
So is Rick.
Yep. Let's do it, please.
So here we just have a crystal clear bluff catcher in terms of we beat all the bluffs. We lose to all the value bets. So now we'd have to decide, okay, how do we want to construct our defending range on the river? So we start by looking, this player's betting 800 chips to win 3,500. So if we take 800 divided by 3,500, we should be defending with roughly like 22% of our range. We get a fold 22 to 23%. So therefore we need to either call or raise with about 80% of our range. And the way that we just don't get a fold a lot of ace high to this small of a bet. our folds are going to come from. Maybe we have some deuces through sixes that we didn't bet here. Maybe we had jack 9, 10, 9, those type of hands we're going to fold, and that's about it. And we're going to have to call pretty much all of our ace highs, pairs, and yeah, I don't think we ever get a fold really here in ace high. We don't really want to bluff raise this hand because we don't block any of the value, the 8x or 7x combos. We really want to start bluff raising here when we have a heart or a spade that blocks the suited combos. I do call, and we lose to king jack, which is fine. I think this player should have bet bigger on the river, and I probably still would have had to pay off with this hand. So pretty standard hand.
Oh, that should just end it off.
Pretty standard hand.
Peace.
Jocka.
Pretty standard hand. Jocka. But yeah, I mean, we just have to call. It's unfortunate. And you know when they're betting that size, it's fucking just not one of their bluffs because they usually bluff bigger, right? And be more polar with their bluffs. And it's just always feels like value. But it just like he said, we just have a hard time ever folding.
Folders, I've never had this big of a chip stack to know.
I've never had this many big blinds. Oh, shit. We got a perfect scope.
Really? 2 swishes. 27 for us. You got us again. Ooh. Why didn't fold be the best head, so we're just priced in Hollywood?
2 swishes in the row.
He's a little capped and we're priced in.
They won that flip, and now we're kicking ass and taking names. We're not taking the to flip streets anymore. Nope. All right, cool. For the last one, we'll do one more. You want to do 6 toes in the chat?
I'm fucking tired, man.
Oh, shit, me too.
Like the luckiest fish on Global rocketed his way to 7 jackpots, and I've been grinding it out for months trying to catch this
motherfucker.
Fish. And I'm tired.
You son of a bitch.
All right, what quiz we doing?
I'm going back to check now. You can pick. I picked the last one. If you see something, catch your eye.
I'm going to scroll down because I want to try and fill in some of these gaps. Save some of the new ones. What about... they're all going to be Evans Falls. We already did Evan today. Let's do...
Damn, we done so many of these. Which one?
1330.
1330.
Try and clean up this Evan
All
situation.
right, WPT's Falls, View. Hey, have a good Saturday, man. Take care, buddy. I'm ready to roll it when you are.
Let's do it. Let's get this going. I'm lagging.
Harley.
Oh, shit. We're getting our ass kicked, so we brought in the 6 head.
Uh-oh, no. Joel? Drugs?
Nope. Joel's only a 5 head. There's only one 6 head.
There is.
It's Let's the Drugs. Let's go.
It is the 6 head master.
Who is against?
Harley.
Oh, it's Deadhead versus Deadhead.
You love to see it.
Let's go. Who's
shit.
done more acid? We're about to find out. All right, let's play this shit.
13. Yeah, let's do it.
Hello, everyone. Evan Jarvis here. Welcome to another PokerCoaching.com quiz. Deep-ish play in the world of Poker Tour follows you. This is very close to the end of day 1. Jack 7 suited in the small blind in a strange spot.
Uh-oh.
Find out a little bit more about why it's so strange. Get a limp from an unknown player who's playing off of a little over 30 blinds. Fold from the big spender and to us in the small blind. Jack 7 suited facing a cutoff limp. What should you do? Should you fold, call, raise to 3,500, or raise to 7,500?
Already laying down the crown for the LSD. Oh, shit.
All right. 3,500, 7,500. Fold calls.
It's been over 20 years since I've done acid. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Jam and play it face up. I like it. Limping, everybody limping.
I have no idea. That's some shit I haven't made up today. Calling, I open small blind like 90%. Well, there's a limp, so you're gonna open. Oh, you're gonna raise as if he's not even there and go 3.5. I see.
Basically. Call for
I mean, 3.5K is like a fucking min raise.
It's
I'm seeing that option a lot in chat.
really.
Yeah.
I have zero.
Arley's going.
We've got Dennis. It's so funny. These guys who I've been calling a nit for a while, like Brian and Dennis, are now just savages. Dennis, the only one out there with the 7,500. He will not be called a nit again. Brian was that way this week in study group. He's like, jam pot. I was like, sorry, Brian.
Yeah. Arley's going 3. I always like the 3-bet against late position from the blind. So Arley's going 3.5. I am, like Dib says, but ISO a more strong linear range.
Yes.
And this middling range just plays really well as just a complete. Obviously never folding. I don't feel like we want to ISO a hand like in the middle like this. We want to be strong linear. So, yep, call for me.
Yeah, I'm great. Let's do it.
Yeah, just do it. But we're going 3.5K. Let's see what we get for this.
If we are going to raise this hand, I definitely like going for the large sizing here of 7,500, maybe even 8,000. A small raise size is not going to get the cutoff to fold. All it's going to do is inflate the pot, and we will be left playing out of position for the rest of the hand. Not the ideal scenario. If, however, we go for a large raise sizing, there's a chance our opponent's going to fold pre-flop, and he's also going to play much more selectively post-flop, continuing on the best boards for him and folding in a lot of spots where he may float if there were more chips behind. That being said, I don't think that we need to raise this hand, and it's also too strong to fold. So I like just limping in here, taking the flop, risking the minimum in an unfavorable position on a small blind, seeing what comes. Big blind checks. Flop is Jack of Hearts, 10 of Hearts, Deuce of Clubs, giving us top pair and a medium kicker. We're definitely not beating any of the jacks that other people would play in terms of kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have like a 3 kicker. Anyway, what should we do? Should we check, lead out for the minimum 1,600, or bet 4,200?
Interesting.
Did he say raise at all? I don't think he did say raise.
No, I mean, there's some lead options.
No. Pre-flop.
Oh, no.
It was all call, right?
No, he said if he was going to raise, he would go 7.5. He likes that. But I don't know what he gave that. I mean, it sounded like it. We got a 2 for 3.5.
We got we call.
Yeah.
Lead or check in the lid pot. Drugs checking. Lots of checking.
Right
lots of checking. Bruce is saying check raise. He's already ready.
He's got the fucking barrel loaded.
Yep.
Check. Check raise looking good for Crest as well. I want to lead, the Dib says.
Big bet. 4,200 for PJ.
District is checking. I want to lead is. I know you're feeling here.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird situation in Limp Pop for sure.
Yeah.
90% of the army checking.
Harley going 16. There it is. Dibs and Arley going 16. Cool. What are Drugs doing? Drugs checking.
I would tend to check here too.
What's up?
I would tend to check here too. If you're going to tell me lead, I can see leading, and I would probably size up a bit if I'm going to lead this multi-way on a wet board, and that kind of seems like hell, which is making me want to check.
I know. Just once you actually go big, the turn's going to be like
hell.
Yeah, like so often, and then we don't even know if we have the best check.
Queen, king, heart, hell.
Yeah, the big blind's there. It's kind of weird when he does anything. I tend to just check this spot a lot. Maybe if I am going to bet some of the better jacks, that need less protection. I mean, for value, I should say, just if I had like king jack, queen jack, bet those for value. But I don't know, jack 7 makes me.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
We're checking.
We're going 16.
All right.
Let's do it.
So we need to think about what we can get value from if we bet here. We can get value from flush draws. We can get value from straight draws. We can get value from 10x. Against 9-8, we're doing fairly well against all the other hands that are fairly live against us. We're not a huge favorite. So if we're going to bet here, we don't need to bet for a very big sizing. We can get some value from a 10, but I don't know if we're going to get 3 streets from it. In the moment, I opted to check because while we have top pair, we can't get value from worse jacks. We're not way ahead of the drawing hands. And We just don't know if we have the best hand yet. So let's get some more information from our opponents. If it goes check, 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 we can assume that we probably have the best hand. And let's find that out before we put some chips in the middle here. Turn is a 9 of spades, which completes king, queen in terms of draws. It improves 9-8, not improve the flush draws.
Damn.
What should we do? Should we check? Bet 1,600, bet 4,200.
Now what do we do? That's
Betting now?
That's an interesting card. 42 for Bruce.
42.
Kept checking. Controversy right out the gate.
Happy studies, cherishable girl.
Lots of checking.
It's all good, Early. This isn't your money. This is Grip's money, so.
Drugs checking.
A lot of checking over there. What is going on, Mafia? What are we doing?
2 bets, all checks.
16 for Dibs. Check call for Chris. Deuterino's checks. Checking here, I think. Or no, okay, Arlie's checking. Drugs is checking. Yeah, I'm checking as well.
Me too. It's a bad card.
I mean, what's our plan when we bet turn? Bet small again on river? Or to please don't own me? I guess that's a thing. Bet small, and potentially get called by some worse hands. But even here, we're going to have some issues with them potentially having better hands, right? Some random draws got there. King, queen got there. Random 2 pair. I don't know. I'm probably just checking here. Even when we bet and they call, there's going to be some more rivers that just make us indifferent on if we want to bet again or not. So check, bluff, catch.
Yeah, it's like marginal made hand is kind of where we're at, right?
Yeah, I agree. But Arlie's checking. I agree this time. And let's see if Grips wants to check again as well.
Given that our opponents, if they had king-queen, would probably bet the flop.
Yeah.
And if they had a strong jack as well, would probably bet the flop. Odds are now in our favor that we have the best hand, and also in terms of our equity advantage versus the draws, it's much more favorable now with only 1 card to come than it was with 2 cards to come. So in this spot, I like betting, and I like betting for a larger sizing because there are a lot of draws out there. We don't want to bet the minimum and give gut shot type hands close to the correct price to draw. There are a lot of bad rivers for our hands, so I like going for a larger bet sizing here. I think 4,200 is the best. That being said, in the moment, I went with a check, and it goes to show that us coaches don't always play the hands perfectly, but one of the beauties of doing these quizzes is that we get to learn from the situations by looking at them from a 360-degree perspective. There's tons of value when you're studying your own hands to just evaluate all 3 strategic options at every street and to list the pros and cons of each one so that you can accurately weight which one's the best one to do in the moment. It's a really good exercise to do. My reason for checking here was that I didn't think I was going to get 2 streets of value from any hands. And I was comfortable just getting 1 street on the river. Say a pair of 10s.
7, 8, 9.
I checked, it went check through again, and we're no longer getting value from a pair of 10s as the river is now a 10. Actions on you, jacks and 10s, 7 kicker. What should you do? Should you check, bet 1,600, or bet 4,800?
Awkward ass pot. Now what?
Now what? Now what?
Oh, fuck balls.
We fucking checked every street with top pair now. Now I wish I would have bet turn.
Now? After the 10
it makes sense. Now, I mean,
if the 10 didn't pair, do you wish you bet turn?
Of all the bad turn cards, there's a king, a queen, an 8, 7, 8, 9, ace, and sometimes a 10. It's like we just allow 2 ranges to realize a lot of fucking equity when we check. When we could still get called by some of those worse draws. Maybe a bear 8x, queen x, 9x, we get value from a 10x. So yeah, I want to fucking change my answer to bet turn. I like it. Now what, guys?
Are you being one of those chat people that just changed your answer after all the information was given away? You tried to...
No, I just looked. I just thought about it. It makes a lot more sense. Yeah. But
I definitely bet on some frequency, but I can get behind checking as well. Checking is an 8. It's not the worst thing in the world at all.
Yep.
It's really close.
The RNG is trolling us. I wanted to bet all the way, but you... Yeah. Now, what are we doing
Sixes
here?
is
Early?
a chat pro. He
I'm a
is.
chat pro. Think check here. Man, I mean, shit. Did drugs go already?
Drugs or not? He shook.
We're still waiting on. Oh, Arlie's checking.
Drugs, what the fuck you doing?
Wake your ass up, Seabass. Waiting on drugs.
Drugs' nephew just ran into the room, driving him crazy. Scroll up, mofo. He's checking.
Oh, he's checking?
Yeah.
Bet. Not get on back. I mean, we get called by maybe some more sands.
I see.
I don't want
I
to.
see.
I do not want to bluff catch here versus a big size. And I don't think we get raised as a bluff too often here, especially considering we can have some 10x in a small blind. Potentially still getting called by some 9x, some hands that made 2 pair that are worse. So, yeah, fuck it. I'm betting.
God, I'm just like, what do we get called by when this is so capped, decapped? Like, no one's
I don't
got
think
damn thing.
I mean, some under pairs cut off may have just went with that has 2 pair that he didn't feel competently enough to bet. Maybe like 6s, 5s, 4s, stuff like that. Maybe big blind has a 9x or something like that. But do you really want to bluff catch here? I guess we do.
I mean, when it checked all the way down, I feel less uncomfortable with bluff catching. A lot of times I'm going to bet to not bet fold versus check call. But in this spot, I don't think I'd ever get called by worse. I think we're the best hand a million times.
But we do.
Over.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we do get called by worse. That's why when I'm always asking myself, when I do want to block bet, can we get called by worse? I do. I just think we can sometimes.
Okay. That's where we part ways.
Yeah, I don't know.
All those under pairs are just folding. Maybe like
9x.
8s
We're going
or 7s.
16. I mean, I know we're going 16, you know. He got, I mean, the 2 might call, a 9x. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I usually don't check here. I'm betting, but.
Okay. Yeah. Drugs checking.
Drugs checking, as is Arlie.
Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, we go a quarter pot. I think so, yeah.
He likes quarter pot.
Given that the cutoff
has
shown no interest in protecting his hand in this spot, I think he's pretty likely to have either like a small pair or ace high. I don't think he's going to have a very strong hand here, but I think he does have some kind of hand because total bluff, like 7-6 suited, probably would have taken a stab at some point earlier on. So I do like going for a value bet here, but I don't think we can go for a big one. If the 10 had not paired, we could maybe go for 3,200, even 4,800 possibly. But with the 10 pairing and us looking to get value from basically ace high and like pocket 5s, I think the only bet that really makes sense is a min bet. And do not be afraid to use the min bet in your game to add it in your arsenal. It is definitely a bet.
I just realized it's a one blind bet.
Extra value where no other bet size would.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll also help you get cheaper showdowns in spots where you're in a way ahead or way behind situation.
I love this.
Our opponent mucked. We showed the winner with Jack 7 suited. Probably could have got a little bit more value if we played it differently on the turn. But as I said, not going to play every single poker hand perfectly every time. The important thing to be doing is constantly seeking to improve and evaluate all the different strategic options out there, so you're recognizing the pros and cons of each one and developing your poker mind in a consistent fashion. Anyway, this has been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. Hope you learned a thing or two. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yeah, that was good, man. I really liked it.
PJ, proof that firing every shit was correct call. I mean, not really. We're out of position with a mediocre hand, so I don't think firing every street is the correct answer. By the time you fire every street, you're only getting called by better. So flop, I think is question mark is not a question mark, but turn is definitely a question mark. Whatever. Yeah. Kep says, love how the pros are always squeezing out max value. I mean, that's the difference. You know, these one blind chips here, one blind pot, one blind extra value, one blind extra value. That shit adds up. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I really think we should be betting in this spot a lot. I mean, we just have a lot of equity as played versus their ranges, and you will just get called by worse when you go really small there. And you won't have to be put in spots where I don't think you're going to get bluffed too often when you make that bet. I just don't think we're getting bluffed because we can have some slow plays, some shit could have got there, some middling pairs.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about getting bluffed myself. I'm more worried about never getting called because it was so capped and letting them bluff.
That's not the yeah. I think they check back. If they check back turn and river, like they just don't have shit. I mean, flop and turn. So
yeah,
maybe we can get called by, like you said, ace high something. But yeah, that was good. We got a fucking 20.
33.
Oof
for
burgers
us.
over here. It's all good. Good
The
ass
drugs,
try.
man. Let me know what you want to do with it. Note that I'm technically. There you go, PJ. Living up to the note.
No,
the note
don't
stays.
be so hard on yourself. Who gives a shit? This is some dog shit quiz. You're fine.
We always say if you're gonna fuck a hand up, fuck it up here where it's free. Get better. Absolutely.
Yeah, who cares? You massacre a quiz hand that costs you $0. Yeah, it's great. You're fine.
Absolutely. All right, guys, couple things. One, exclamation point PC in my chat, exclamation point PC in Six's chat to get a link to sign up for free, to sign up for this coaching site where you get 20 of these quizzes for free, big line charts for 100 buttons and more, and some homework assignments. We sign up for premium. There is webinars and courses. There's a tournament masterclass. There's a private Discord where Six and I are doing something not with the quizzes, but similar to this nonetheless. Private for those PC guys, and also for the PC guys, Affleck is live streaming right now, all big buy-in stuff. He's in the 2.5 milli and stuff. So if you're a PC.com premium member, you can go check that out there. If you enjoyed this one, you want to see any of the ones we've done in the past, exclamation point YouTube in the chat. Let's put some of these links out here for you.
Yep.
So you can watch that one or any of the ones we've done in the past. And of course, give a follow to my main man, the craziest of Sixes.
God's big toe.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it, man. Thank you guys for the support. We'll be around. Guys, also, I wanted to tease next week, this Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a hand history review coaching stream with PTR. You guys have seen him on the streets, so that should be fun. It'll be sponsored by Ignition. So we'll probably have some giveaways as well for some tickets and stuff. So look out for that this upcoming Tuesday. And thank you guys for the support. I see Lappy just fired up his stream.
Did he? Because I only saw bras, but I'm down to kick it to Lappy. Is it?
Yeah, it's just Lappy.
Is it just Lappy or is it Lappy Poker?
Lappy Poker.
All right, cool.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you for the support. Hit that follow button, and I will see you guys potentially tomorrow. Great.
Peace.
Yeah, Lappy Poker. Cool. All right, guys. Take care.